Hello men, hope you're having a good day. Replicant Fish here, with this one. Why men run from women. But wait a second, why would a man actually run from a woman? Would he not run to her instead? This gorgeous, lovely woman over there, would you not run to her instead? Into her arms? But all jokes aside, no, because many things would make a man turn on his heels and run the other way. Run for his life. Run as if he's being chased by some demon or monster. And that's not the woman running after him, no. He's just running in fear. Fear of what? Now we get to the points. The real points, the meat. Why would a man run? Let's start with this one. The good thing about being a modern man is we have the internet. We get to see and hear many stories. We have so much more information than we did 10 years ago, and it's only growing. So the good thing about the internet is many men get to hear from other men what things may be like, what marriage may be like, having girlfriends may be like, living with a woman, and so on. But not only that, other men that are in similar or have been through similar experiences or situations can hear other men speak of the same things. Then they can relate. Oh, this guy sounds as if he's telling my life story. How strange. But how strange a thing it is that so many of us as men have the same experiences with these women. Is that strange? Or is it expected? Expected in a modern feminist society. You see, the reason why some men run is because they realize it's not just them. They're not the only ones with these thoughts. They're not the only ones that have seen these things with their own eyes, had these experiences. They realize, my God, I'm not actually crazy. I am not insane for thinking this way. I am not a monster for thinking this way, because it is so. So because of this sharing of information, of knowledge, experiences, because of this, many men find it easier to just run. Also, with the sharing of knowledge and information, it's the sharing of horror stories, namely horror stories to do with children. Now, as human beings, there will always be children. Why? Because as human beings, the inbuilt thirst, the natural biological thirst built into us, would make us procreate. Thus, more human beings will be born in the future. The thing about that is how the human beings are being born and then what then happens with their parents. For instance, what could possibly happen to a man that has a child? He doesn't just have the child and hey, everything's nice. No, 2019? Ah, my God. If only things were that easy. But no, the risks men have from getting a woman pregnant nowadays are astronomical. For many men, they might as well say that their life is over once they get a random woman pregnant, because now this woman has the power to put you on child support for many years. The system does not care. The system wants their money. The system does not care if you as a man are struggling or suffering just to pay this woman. Does not matter. The point is you have to pay this woman, all because you had a child with her. And some would think, well, I'm sure I could reason with a woman to not put me on child support. Oh man, these jokes. They're not even funny, they're just really sad. That comes to my next point. Another reason men would run. The trust. Trusting a woman is very difficult in 2019. Considering the vast amount of options women have, the vast amount of eyes on them at any given moment in time, the amount of thirsty men in their DMs, inboxes, whatever, the amount of thirsty men in day-to-day life. Because of the vast range of options women have nowadays, it makes it very easy for women to cheat and be unfaithful, be untrustworthy. As modern men, how many of us can say that women are loyal? That we've felt women have been loyal to us? Even if she hasn't cheated, it's a sense of, is she actually loyal to you as a woman? Do women even see loyalty anymore? Or is it just a sense of having company, yes, but also seeing what she can get from a man? Indeed. Another reason men run, kids again, but not his own, her own. Her brood, her flock, her gaggle of other men's children. No, gaggle of geese, yeah, let's carry on. That is a problem as well. The many single mothers. Now to say this part without even having to shame single mothers, It's a simple fact of many men that see a woman with kids would run. And I say to many men that see a woman with kids, run. Run, sir. Run, bro. Run for your life. That is a burden you do not want to undertake. Feel free to do so if you want to. But understand, do not complain at what happens to you afterwards. You did not heed the word to run. A woman with kids is baggage. No matter what way you repackage that baggage, it's baggage. It's not just her, it's the child as well, or the children as well. The responsibility, which means you have to love a woman and love her kids as well. Take care of her and her kids as well. Even if you don't want to. But if you want the woman, you have to have the kids as well, because they come as a package. The good thing about certain packages is that you can avoid them, leave them, or run from them. Run for the hills. STDs, STIs, all the sexually transmitted disease and nastiness. Now the thing is, you can't just say someone has an STD. You have no idea they have an STD unless they've had a test and shown you the test. So just saying someone has an STD, that is disrespectful. Understandable. But when one can understand how high the risk is and how high the possibility of a risk is, one can then question it. What is the likelihood? What is the possibility? And even if I do go in, who says I have to go in raw? I can honestly say this. I am terrified of STDs. Terrified. The fact I've gotten through my life and not managed to get one is astounding. Honestly, it's astounding. I'm lucky. I'm actually lucky. But I say to men, do not play Russian roulette with your penis. It's not worth the risk. For however hot she looks right now, understand that sickness will be with you for many months, years, and some forever, and some till death. So understand, for any amount of thirst you have right now, think of the consequences. That would be the most regretful cooch you've ever had. Now let's get into some traits of the woman herself. Attitude. My God. The way many women go on nowadays, you'd think attitude was just created. It's as if attitude has become part of women's new personality. It's like, woman should have many personality traits, but always add some attitude. Always. Modern woman, 2019, attitude, come on. In fact, let's dump an entire truckload of attitude onto this woman, yeah. That's enough. It still might be cutting it short, but that should do for now. Because the attitude of modern women it's incredible. And it's with no remorse as well. This is why even in dating, many men find it difficult just to date. Because just in approaching a woman, these women look fine, but then they turn into Satan the moment you try to talk to them. Nothing but attitude, popping and snapping of necks like crazy diseased pigeons. They can't help but move their heads with all this attitude. Hand movements, hand gestures, as if they're casting spells as well. We have to ask what sort of pigeon witches we have nowadays, working their necks and casting spells with all their hand movements. My God, it's not witchcraft, it's just attitude. And then even if you have the woman, she's your woman, does not mean you get less attitude. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Oh God, another random laugh. As if a woman that's your woman is going to respect you even more. Come on, my God. Oh my God, these crap jokes. Because that's the thing. Many men, their wives, their girlfriends, the women they've moved into their houses, taken into their lives, you'd think these men would get little to no attitude, but no, these men get so much attitude. And it is intriguing that the men that give the most to women get the most attitude from them. The men that give the most. That's why husbands get the most attitude ever. Why? Because you're married to the woman. You're not really going anywhere, are you? Not anytime soon. You're married to her. You're stuck to her, stuck with her. God help you. So for many men, their day-to-day is filled with attitude. Not from the world, no. Not from society, from their job, from the crazy people out there, no. From the woman in their house. The woman, their woman. The woman they're taking care of. One would think you'd get some respect. That's another thing. The respect. Respect. Women sing songs about respect, but how often do they give any respect in general? Do women respect men more than money? Do women respect men more than power? You see, respect is a big thing for us as men. First of all, we don't get much of it in 2019. As men, we're not respected very much now, are we? We're still expected to do so much. Doesn't mean we're respected. It doesn't mean a woman respects a man's career, where she won't lie and say he's done horrific things to then destroy his career for the rest of his life. No. Women have no respect for men's time, the valuable time that men give them, of which many can just disregard and discard. Many women have no respect for men in general, because they like to boast as to how they use men and can get this and that from men because men are so foolish for them. Many women show us, boast about it, make songs about it, clearly show that they don't respect men. Not all, we have to say not all. We don't have to, but not all, because all women are beautiful, stunning creatures, aren't they? Now that's a joke. That's a joke right there. Big difference. My overall point is, amongst my rambles, is many men don't actually want to run from women. They would actually like to find a decent woman. But the reality is, many of us as men have realized that for our own safety, peace of mind, for our sanity, it is better for us to run, to flee. See, another good thing about the internet is that it does enable men to speak about what they think and feel more openly, and to other men as well. You see, things like this, it is seen as just men complaining, just men moaning about women again, blah blah blah. It's never seen as men wanting to understand, men questioning things, men trying to rationalize things, men trying to make sense of things. Because as men, even when we know it makes no sense, we still try to make it make sense. So in doing so, of course it sounds like doom and gloom, nothing but pain and horror, tragedy. But the reality is, this is the first time ever men on a worldwide scale can actually share what they think, how they feel, reflect on their lives and compare their experiences to other men's experiences. See where they may have gone wrong. See where they can actually be right. There are many things men need to know. There are many things men want to know. There are many men that may want to understand why any man would choose to run from a woman. Because that man may have not experienced anything to make him think the same at that moment. So in a sense, men now have the ability to be more cautious in their movements. To not just dive in because of thirst. For the first time ever, men can share their opinions and see what other men think about them on a worldwide scale. For me, that is a stunning thing. But do you know why men run from women? Do you know why we run? Because down the road in which one is running, there are things down that road that no woman could ever give you. Things no woman could ever understand. Things no woman could ever see. 'Tis your road, your journey. Some men say they've run from women to escape their problems. Like an arrow hitting its target. Focus. Observe. Remember. The world is yours. Have a nice day.